There are many things that define who Nightwing, aka Dick Grayson, is, but none more than the Titan. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on issue 88 of Nightwing. So, guys, after the big announcement that was made due to volume 1 of Leaping into the Light, or whichever one that was called, I can't remember off the top of my head. All I know is it was the beginning of a new era for Nightwing, as he is now a billionaire. He's found a long lost sister, and now he's got a new enemy in this Heartless guys and much, much more. But as you also know, with him going into being a billionaire, announcing that Alfred found Pennyworth Foundation for those homeless kids, he already had a big target on his back, which was shown in last issue that I didn't do a review of, but I read it to show that this one was really about people kidnapping his dog. And yes, when I say his dog, I'm talking about Dick Grayson's dog, not Nightwing's dog. But then again, they don't know that Nightwing has a dog. They just know Grayson has a dog. And I must say, I love the art just like I did before with how they kept doing all that stuff in that issue with as they were trying to track him down from one panel to the next as they were just scaling it. Love that stuff. But I just wanted to say real quick on that issue before we go into issue 88 here, which, yes, guys, what an issue this was here. This one was pretty much, well, the beginning of the start of new things for Nightwing. As I said, target on his back, and look who's already making his move, none other than his arch nemesis, Roland Desmond, aka Blockbuster, the kingpin of Bloodhaven, as it were. Yes, he's already hired some people to take out Grayson before he does his little foundation to help these little kids. But as we can see here, Barbara, aka Oracle, is talking to some people too. But hey, before getting into that, must I say, I always love seeing the chemistry between Grayson and Barbara here. It's just so much fun here. Now, I've said before, I'm a fan of these two, as I'm a fan of Grayson and Starfire. Who am I a bigger fan of? Well, that's a topic for another day, for another video, if I ever decide to make it. If you guys are interested in me talking my opinions of those, leave it in the comment section down below. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Let me know in the comment section down below. But all's the same, though. This issue is pretty much about him making that announcement, making the starting point for the Alfred Pennyworth Foundation for those little kids and that tennis homeless shelter place for all those little kids to live in. And basically, he has a shovel, he gives it to a kid to start it, and he also has his sister, Mayor Zuka, with her. Well, Mayor Zuka is what she's known as, and I forget her name off the top of my head. I do apologize. I'll have to relook on that. But all the same is, if you guys have seen my review on the volume 1 of the first issue, starting with Tom Taylor's and what was this other guy's name? Bruno Redondo? Yes, Bruno Redondo. Yeah, then you guys know who I'm talking about. All's the same, though. As all that is going on, what we know is that he's being targeted by Desmond's hired guns. But look who is there to protect him. The people Oracle was talking to. It is Starfire and Wonder Girl. Oh yes, Donna Troy. Oh, and it's not just them. You see, it's not just this assassin who was with them. You see, this assassin's name is Gun Bunny, who doesn't work alone. And looky here, it's Beast Boy. But it only gets better. Even though that one person, Gun Bunny failed to shoot, there was another one. I think it was called Gun Hawk, but oh no, he got stopped. He got stopped by someone else who was knocking on the door, who we'll get to here soon. But in the meantime, Grayson was also saved by the Flash! Yes, and not just the Flash, but his best friend, Wally West Flash. And this is where it led into something interesting, might I add. So, first off, while Flash was off going away to take him somewhere to dress up as Nightwing, we also found that Blockbuster also hired some other men into the fray. And it was a man with some hockey mask, basically going Jason Voorhees style here, but with guns instead of ship, whatever that knife is called. I can't remember. I'm bad at remembering names tonight. What is wrong with me? Oh, who knows? Who cares? But whatever. You all get the point. But funny how we get a surprise visit in this issue with Mr. Terrific here. Mostly because it's for him to introduce to him, as Wally delivered him to Mr. Terrific, to give him a new suit to go along with his new life as a billionaire. So, with him having a target on his back, needs a more better suit, one more flexible that he can wear under his clothes and everything. And if ever he's gonna get shot, the stuff is bulletproof now, but not stab vulnerable and everything, but all the same though. I loved how they gave us this little teensy thing right here of a comedy bit here. Yeah, right here on how Wally's saying, "You don't want to shoot this pretty face." Oh, that's so funny. I just couldn't stop laughing at that. But hey, Nightwing and Wally, best of friends and everything. But must I say, what was my favorite part of this whole issue was that it wasn't just Starfire, it wasn't just Donna Troy, it wasn't just Beast Boy or Wally West, but it was also the rest of the Titans from Marv Wolfman and George Perez's time. Yes, you got Nightwing, Beast Boy, Wally West Flash, Starfire, Cyborg, Donna Troy, and Raven. Oh my god, I could not believe this when I saw it. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? We get a little special reunion of the Marv Wolfman and George Perez's of the Titans, all grown up, now the Titans. Oh my god, that was so cool. But also, one thing I forgot to mention was that before all this, and he was making a speech on how, like, family isn't where you live, isn't the place you live in. It's with the people you love, whether it's people you're born with or found with. And I loved how he said that, because let's not forget, that's how it kind of came with how he came to be with the Bat family, while it came to the Titans, which, by the way, Raven mentioned how she loved how he mentioned that family sometimes finds you and everything. That touched my heart too. All good on Grayson. You see, guys, this is why we love Grayson. And this is why he is Batman's greatest success. You see, Batman wanted to do everything he could to make sure he never would become anything like him. Now, bear in mind, Nightwing does still keep a few of the things Batman taught him with him, like how sometimes he'll keep a secret or two himself, but only when he feels it needs to really happen, and stuff. Then how, like, sometimes he'll do some things, but he'll apologize for it later. And yeah, sure, Batman does apologize for some of the stuff he does later, but it takes way more longer for him. Whereas with Nightwing, he does it pretty much right off the bat, right after everything's come to the light and stuff. But hey, all's the same though. Despite the fact that some of the things he still learned from Batman, that Batman takes to a different approach, Nightwing takes to his own approach, that people still love him and everything. But hey, I'm not saying no one loves Batman. Everybody loves Batman. And I'm talking about fiction-wise. I know there are some people out there in the real world who don't like Batman. There are some out there who are like, meh, whatever and stuff. Me, I'm a fan of Batman, but I acknowledge who he is, both character flaws and all, but I still love him because I wouldn't want him any other way as this dark, gritty person, just as I wouldn't want Nightwing any other way as this fun, cheery person who's still a vigilante and still takes some of the Batman lessons Batman taught him, but also completely different personality, which I love so much. But now, having said all that, though, with all that said and done, though, as they stopped the assault and stuff, the Titans, besides Nightwing, visited Blockbuster. And look at Blockbuster. He's trying to threaten the Titans, and here comes Starfire saying, "Oh yeah, we're in your property. So what you gonna do? You think with all your power and stuff, you're gonna threaten us, huh? Well, are you gonna say anything? You want to try?" And then you got here Beast Boy over here saying, "Come on, Desmond, I want you to try. Come on, Blockbuster. See if you can beat Starfire up and everything." Of course, we didn't get that, but it was still funny to see, still awesome to see. But I think the best part of it all was that the key point for the Titans being here was to know that, sure, they know Blockbuster did it, but since they don't got any real evidence, they can't arrest him. But they are making sure he knows that they believe in what Nightwing Nightwing's doing. So since Blockbuster doesn't know who Grayson is, Nightwing, they make him know that the Titans are now protecting Grayson. Grayson is under the protection of the Titans, which is all good for him. But while the Titans may be taking care of him, what they don't know is the other villain lurking in the shadows who seems to have something with Grayson, a history or something, or an interest in him, and that is none other than Heartless. And it is Heartless who was taking out that other assassin. And it turns out that he's somebody who's working on his own. He's not working for anybody for what it seems like. And it's just working completely on his own. Because when he found out by this guy that he was hired by Blockbuster to kill Grayson, he was like, sorry, pal, Grayson's mine. And don't worry, I'll eventually get to Blockbuster here soon. But until then, your time's up and bam. Yep. Now, we still don't know who this Heartless guy is, but we just know he likes to take the hearts of people he kills and stuff. And right now, what his goal is right now, what is his intentions, we still don't know. All we know is that he just likes to take people's hearts and everything. And he has an interest in Grayson. And also, it looks like he will be clashing with Blockbuster here soon enough. But for what reason, we still don't know. I'm still waiting on that. All's the same. What an issue. I love this issue and the fact that we got the original, the Marv Wolfman, George Perez Titans back together for this issue. And a good ball of action to go along as the story continues. All's the same though, guys. Loved it, and I can't wait for the next issue. But I'm going to go ahead, guys, leave it all at that. And if you enjoy my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. Until then, Mega Geek Mixer, signing out. Bye!